the country today, a national coalition is calling for immediate reforms to protect their rights and improve working conditions. The call for change coincides with a new report featuring personal stories of care workers who have struggled with family separation, difficult and at times abusive employers, and a complex path to their dream of permanent residency. Kelda Yoon reports.
Unable to fight back tears, Winnie Waithira recounts how she was treated by her last employer.
I was crying day and night.
Sharing her story in Toronto, Waithira said she came from Kenya in 2014 to work as a caregiver.
To change my life and also to support my children.
Like many others, she came with a dream. If she worked hard, in 2 years she could acquire her permanent residency.
12 hours per day.
So she toiled, all for $300 a month.
I felt so bad in my heart, and I chose to work.
But 4 years and one bad employer later, she's still waiting for permanent status. Her story is not unique.
5 years later, still waiting for permanent residency.
The Toronto panel was one of 5 held across the country.
We are here to speak for ourselves.
Migrant caregivers speaking out for change, they say, at the opportune moment. The current caregiver program is set to expire next year. They say it's been letting migrant caregivers down for years.
I just wanted my basic human rights.
They want migrant caregivers to get permanent resident status right when they arrive in Canada, not 2 years later. That, they say, would eliminate exploitation. They also want status for their families. Since coming to Canada, Waithira hasn't seen her teenage daughter for 4 years.
She was crying when I called her. Even now, sometimes she cries. She told me, "Mom, I want to come."
As for caregivers who are already here, they say they should all be given open work permits. They want an end to the one employer rule for migrant caregivers to make it easier to leave difficult environments.
Now I can fight for my right. Before, I didn't know where to start.
And not just her rights. The coalition wants family members to be given open work and study permits too, so those like Waithira can finally be reunited. Kelda Yoon, CBC News, Toronto.